Hi guys! Hi guys, welcome to the channel. It's our first time around here.
Everything to do with you lot is to stop other people from carrying out their rights.
Anyway, it's not long to go now because Donald Trump will go in soon and finish the job. We'll get as many hostages back as possible, and then the President of the United States will go into Gaza, and we will give the Gazan, the Palestinian people, a better way of life.
Hi guys! And welcome back to the channel. Or welcome to the channel if it's your first time. Stolen. Because this was the most boring thing I've ever been at.
What do we do? What do we do? Said, what do we do? Trans rights are under attack. What do we do? What do we do? Said, what do we do? Refugees' rights are under attack. What do we do?
So most of them have disappeared.
What do we do?
Understandably.
Thank you everyone. Keep
They've realised the cognitive dissonance that there was throughout this whole march.
Well done to you all for marching. It was a fabulous march. We've done very well for ourselves.
Well done everybody for marching.
Well, you've all done very well, and it's time you all went home.
And being completely hypocritical to your own values and what you stand for.
Across the country. Where they've been the least successful is where anti-racist activists have gone out into local communities and pushed back and said no to racist reform. And now, in preparation of
Hey,
You're not gonna stand there and let her do it.
hey, will you stop hitting me, please? What are you doing? Can you not do a Nazi salute, please? Okay, if you're doing a fascist salute, now you're doing a Nazi one. Yeah, yeah. You are. You are, though. You are. You are a fascist. You are. Socialist, fascist, piece of dirt. Like a Nazi.
Hey, leave that alone. Now,
Fuck me,
Don't touch my property.
fucking mouth.
You know that argument, don't you?
Shut your mouth, you little tramp.
You know that argument, don't you?
Fucking mouth. I do what I want and fuck all you gonna do about it.
Is it?
Alright? Yeah, absolutely 100%. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay,
I'm a little bitch.
Yeah.
the same police that disproportionately arrest black people are significantly more likely to be accused of domestic violence against their partners, and yet these are the people we are supposed to expect to, prosecute other members of the public when they do the same. To successfully oppose any one of these issues, we must stand together and oppose them all, as we have done today. Announcements just in between. Sorry. We've got a lot going on. There's always a lot going on. The trial for Barclay 7 starts on Wednesday, the 12th of March, and lasts from to the 25th.
And we'll fucking
from 9:30 every day at Leeds Crown Court, which is just down there. And you're all welcome to come support. Come to a lunchtime support at 7:30 p.m. Sorry, I'll say it again. The Barclay 7 trial starts Wednesday the 12th of March and lasts until the 25th of March from 9:30 a.m. at Leeds Crown Court. And then at 12, if you want to come later at 12:30, you can do lunchtime sport outside the building. Barclay 7 are accused of taking direct action against Barclays and JP Morgan, investors in Israeli weapons firm Elbit Systems. Please attend the trial whenever you can.
Get off that fucking flag. Hey, get off that flag.
Get out of my fucking way, I don't give a fuck. You're the one that's got your arm right next to my face.
Piss off out of the way,
fuck
mate.
off.
Piss off out of the way.
I was here. He's the one that just hit me.
You weren't though, right? There's a fucking table here that was set up before you
put his
got
arm right in my face and he's ended up smacking me in the face.
Took my flag.
Your arm was here. Your arm was here. I suggest you be more careful with what you're doing.
Why are you stood up here anyway?
Why?
Yeah.
We're watching what's going on.
One more time it touches my
We are watching what's going on.
Why have you decided to stand directly behind this table here?
It gives us a good view of the speech.
Why don't you just go and stand in? If you support the speech, why don't you just go stand in there and watch it?
I don't support it or not support
You
it.
just like to creep on it instead.
I'm not creeping on it. We're very, very clear. We're taking video of it. Now I'm taking video of you.
Okay, that's
That's it.
I've been on plenty of videos. Yeah, they're just harassing this stall here.
No, these people are harassing us.
Just trying to start scraps with people. I'm trying to stand in the way,
into
but
my face and started harassing me. He wasn't here before, he was over there, he just came straight up. This guy smacked me in the face with his bloody flag.
He did that.
With the actual pole. It's like, and that Krusty's now making shit up.
Make a beautiful world and we've had enough of them. They're absolutely filthy.
Oh, shut up, you! You're always interested, you. Shut up! No one's interested.
They're just here to cause trouble. You know, they're trying to.
Says the guy who's come and stood within 6 inches of me. We're the ones causing trouble when we were stood here videoing.
No one's causing trouble, we're all happy. You're not causing any issues, are we?
Not with them, no, they're just.
Yeah.
What we're saying is, you know, I'm here trying to keep things calm, and they've purposely tried to stand here.
You came up arguing. You're not here to keep any peace. You're here to antagonise and argue. You're here to tell people what they're allowed to do. And that's what your problem is, buddy. You're a fascist.
Okay,
you
mate.
demand to actually impose yourself on others. Yes.
Okay.
That's what you did when you came up to me going, why are you here? Go somewhere else. You can't do that. I have freedoms.
Everyone has freedoms. You've got a right to be a knobhead. You've got a right to not be a knobhead.
You're being a knobhead.
And right now you're deciding to stand here on purpose, aren't you? To cause
I'm allowed to stand anywhere I like. You're allowed to stand there, but as soon as you start telling me what I'm not allowed to do, that's where you've got a problem. You become the fascist.
Okay, that's how fascism works. All right.
That's one of them. It's one of the aspects. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Cancel culture. You're not allowed to have any rights.
I'm not saying that though.
No, that is. You told me I'm not allowed to stand here. You told me it's not a right idea for me to stand there. I've got the wrong thing to stand here.
The wrong thing.
That's exactly what you said. You're only here to do X, Y, or Z. That's exactly what you did.
PSG in collaboration with.
And you're the one that came up and stood within 6 inches of me, telling me to get out.
You can get a tape measure out if you want. Why don't you leave this march alone, mate? I saw you earlier trying to have a go at people as well. You just after trouble because it feeds your weird fucking weekend activities.
You wouldn't be no trouble. If you want people like you, we wouldn't have no content, we probably won't come.
We wouldn't have no content.
You act like retards, makes us money, so I'm still going to keep on coming.
Makes you plenty of money.
If you would have no reason to be here. You can't, can you? You can't have your ego and keep it to yourself.
Are they cracking on alright?
You would have no business here if you left someone. None at all. Wouldn't, Michael?
Alright, good.
Absolutely none.
Hello.
What can I say?
Hi everyone, yep, I'm Zara from Leeds PSC. You probably recognise me. I'm always at these marches, can't get enough of them. But yeah, it's so good to see everyone here today. Thank you so much.
Don't you care about the speeches?
My speech is going to be about...
Don't you care about videoing the speeches? I thought that's why you were here, to try and get a good view. But
you're the ones blocking us. You're the ones blocking us.
Just go stand down there,
That's
mate.
what caused this. Mike, Marty and I were stood here.
Why don't you just go stand down there? You'll get a wonderful
There
view.
you go again. Why don't you go and do something? Why don't you get out of the place where you were? Why don't you go and film somewhere else? Which is exactly what you've done. It's exactly what you've done. No, you took that out. You took that out from all its tape. You took it away from the table in order that you could lift it up and stop everybody. In order to stop everybody from filming that, not filming you, not filming you. I like to see your face. I like to see somebody that I'm actually speaking to. Okay.
He's going on thumbnail, that's off.
He's a complete asshole.
All the arguments that you guys use to protect yourselves.
It's called freedom.
Right back at you.
You're blocking our freedom by putting that up because you chose to do it after you'd seen it.
Over there.
It's like, you've come right up right into my space, trying to tell me to go somewhere else. Everything to do with you lot is to stop other people from carrying out their rights. And that's a real problem.
Have we stopped you any week in the last 2 years?
When people block us, yes. Yeah. Every time.
Do we have a freedom to do that?
Assaulted.
Do we have a freedom to do that?
No.
No? Okay. Do we have a freedom to stand somewhere where we like? Do we have a freedom to fly a flag where we like?
Not inside somebody else's.
Not inside someone's
Not inside somebody else's personal space, which is exactly what you're doing.
Were you here the whole time? Were you here for the last 4 hours?
Yes.
Or were you maybe marching around the march, and then you've decided to come here, where there's already been a table set up. Why did you choose to come here?
Because there's a ledge that allows us to get a vantage point.
Where there isn't people in the way?
There's a ledge here.
Did you go, oh, maybe there's some people here trying to set up a stall, so I'm just going to go stand here and be a little bit of a dick? Because I've got the freedom to.
We weren't talking to this guy. We weren't doing anything to him.
He actually believes
we were doing this.
And this is where he's wrong, because he does believe that we're coming here to annoy those people.
I know.
We've come here for the sodding ledge. It's ridiculous.
So that we can
There's quite a big ledge though, isn't there, mate? And you've picked the one behind the table.
I picked the one right
it's
in front
central.
where the speaker is.
World at large, as a Palestinian woman.
And nobody else has had to stand on it to get a view either.
You don't have an argument here. All you've done is just jump.
Called me a fascist for saying maybe you should stand somewhere else, which is fucking ridiculous.
Because you're trying to deny my right to be able to film in public, which is exactly what this communist is doing as well.
This life is in the past. Now, this man's life has become one.
Work is power.
I really appreciate the content. I'm going to get back to the speeches. Right.
You enjoy yourself, mate.
Transitioning from videos of her warm-heartedly sharing her Palestinian culture and heritage. Witnessing the first Israeli bombing.
I'm going to see
hospital before
how high his
in every single video she will start with, "Hey everyone, this is Sisan from Gaza, I'm still alive."
There we
she
go.
always
Look at
captures
that.
the hearts
His
of
arm can't stretch that far.
I'm going to stand somewhere else.
Sisan has recently been able to travel back to Beirut after being displaced by the IDF to the south of Gaza for the past 16 months. She said it finally smells like home, like Gaza, as she was making her journey.
That's well
it was
connected.
such a joy to hear those words. Someday in the future, Bisan will be able to make videos about Gaza, her homeland, in peace and prosperity. This is what we must continue to fight for as supporters of Palestine and of women's rights here in the UK. We cannot forget Bisan. We cannot forget Bisan, nor the millions of the Palestinian women and girls from our feminism. Please search up Bisan on Instagram and follow her for news updates about the sunshine if you're not following already. And one last thing, free Palestine! Free Palestine! Thank you so much for listening to that. I've also got 2 announcements about events coming up in Leeds. Well, actually, it's about the event in London, which is on Saturday, the 15th of March. There will be a national march for Palestine in central London at noon. Coach tickets, courtesy of Friends of Alexa, are available from Batley and Bradford. Find them on our website, leedspsc.org. We will be having a march in Leeds on that Saturday as well, in case you can't make it to London. So keep an eye on our socials, Leeds PSC on Instagram and Leeds Palestine Solidarity Campaign on Facebook for more information about next weekend's protest in Leeds if you can't make it down to London. And next Saturday, as well as the protest in Leeds, there will be a night of music for Palestine, raising money for Palestine at All Hallows Church from 7 to 9:30 p.m. on the door. And also breaking news, samosas are now half price. Make sure to grab one if you want to. And I'm not sure who's supposed to be speaking next. I think it might be another Zara from the Leeds Solidarity Committee. She's just going to say a quick word about some news. So please welcome her.
The guy can't reach that high. He just can't do it.
Remember St. George's mother to a Palestinian. Free Palestine.
Says your jacket says insult, so says your face says ring the gold bag.
I'm not going to shift that.
So it's come to a British Israeli woman whose name is Mahmoud has been has had abuse of rape and abuse from the police and the judicial system in Kashmir. Myself, along with other British Kashmiris, are concerned. I was distressed to hear that injustice suffered by himself, and this case has already received wide publicity, but it's still not enough. It is clear that the abuse has been perpetrated at the hands of local police and the judiciary, and so people in Kashmir don't know who to turn to. We call for the dismissal of those who are implicated in her abuse and attempted physical abuse, and we call for the dismissal of members of the authorities who are implicated.
He keeps forgetting to actually block us as well.
Try and raise awareness of British Kashmiris and the
There we go. He's just not very good at it. He's not very good.
And this was a message brought to us by Oasis Regiment. Thank you so much. Yeah, please keep
keep your ears open, your eyes open for news about women all around the world. We need to have solidarity with every woman on this earth. We're not in this alone, we are all together. There's billions of other women on this planet. We need to stand with them. And so, I believe that's it for today's march. I believe. No, it's not. We have a speaker. Alrighty, so we actually have a little treat for you. We do have a performance of what I'm not sure, but I'm going to stall for a bit. I'm just going to re-announce the Barclays 7 trial just because it's really important and it's happening right on your doorstep.
System.
So if you're not already aware of Barclays 7, they have been accused of taking action against financiers of the genocide, JP Morgan and Barclays in this city. And what we need to do is show support for them when their trial starts. This Wednesday, the 12th of March, it's every day, it's 9:30 a.m, I know it's early, but we've got to be there for them. If you can't make it 9:30, I know I personally can't most of the time, you can do lunchtime, 12:30 a.m, just make sure you get yourselves to Leeds Crown Court from the 12th of March to the 25th. We need to show support for these actionists who allegedly have taken some very brave actions against the finances of the genocide. We don't want them.
So there's not exactly a lot of these people left now.
Make sure you go to Leeds Crown Court from the 12th of March to the 25th for the Barclays 7.
So not as we want it to be.
Lots of communist crap on the outside.
Wherever we want, wherever we go. Yes means yes and no means no. Wherever we want, wherever we go. Yes means yes and no means no. Wherever we want, wherever we go. Yes means yes and no means no. Whatever we want, wherever we go. Yes and no means no. Whatever we want, wherever we go. Yes and no means no. When women's rights are under attack, what do we do? I said, what do we do? I said, what do we do? Trans rights are under attack, what do we do? I said, what do we do? What do we do? Refugees' rights are under attack, what do we do? I said, what do we do? What do we do? Okay, so the performers.
What do you do?
Really ready.
You get a more feminine voice. You look a bit more feminine. And you. And you understand what kind of society that we live in, which is one of freedoms and rights. And the more that people listen to people like Zara, the less rights and freedoms people will have.
Yeah, we appreciate you all for coming out, and especially those, especially thank you to those who have come out, for Palestine with Leeds and the MD. It's really important and it's really amazing that we've been able to keep the momentum here in Leeds, marching every week.
And we're still here.
Since the 7th of October, it's really impressive. Palestine, free, free!
And Hayden's still here.
Free, free!
Hayden's got a few people around him.
Free, free! Palestine! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! And from the sea to the river!
And it is interesting that the International Women's March has been hijacked by the Free Free people.
5, 6, 7, 8.
90% of whom
1, 2, 3,
are
4.
white middle class.
5, 6, 7, 8. Israel,
Let's see what Hayden's up to, and Vic.
Definitely. Here we go. Security. Security two.
We just terrorised them bastards up there, mate. Absolutely terrorised.
I can't wait to see all this.
Absolutely fucking brilliant.
I'm glad you lot are back. It's not the same without you. These guys cover all the events in Leeds. But it's not been the same without you being here, all of you.
I'm back for good now.
Anyway, it's not long to go now because Donald Trump will go in soon and finish the job. We'll get as many hostages back as possible, and then the President of the United States will go into Gaza, and we will give the Gazan, the Palestinian people, a better way of life, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants a better life for the Palestinians. And the Palestinians actually come from Egypt and Jordan, because there isn't actually a country or a state called Palestine. I'm not going to get into that one. But what everybody wants except you lot, everybody wants, myself, whatever, you're Jewish, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, we all want the people that have had a hard time in this war, not genocide war, we want them to have a better life, and if it means them going out of Gaza while they rebuild, then so be it. In fact, if you could ask those people, they would tell you, yes, for God's sake, give us a rest, let us go to Egypt and Jordan. They really don't want them because they kicked them into Gaza in the first place. But the Gazan people would love a rest. They would love to come out of Gaza while it's rebuilt and then go back, because let's be honest, right, there are nearly 8 million Palestinians living between Israel, Jordan and Egypt, okay, getting on with their lives. Isn't that a bit strange when it's just the ones in Gaza? So don't try and make out that people are against the Palestinians, because they're not. Neither are the Jews. There's 2 million Arabs, Palestinians in Israel getting on with their lives.
Hayden, I've got a question for you.
Sort of.
That was excellent. That was excellent, yes. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos recently, and one of them that I saw today said that in 1948 there were 80,000 Palestinians in Gaza.
Right.
And there are now 2.2 million in 87 years.
Yeah. How is it genocide?
No. How do you end up getting 2.2 million from 80,000 if it doesn't include a massive amount of migration as well?
From lots of them, hundreds of thousands from Egypt, and factual, Egypt and Jordan, because of the trouble that they were causing, kicked them out into Gaza.
And Kuwait, and the Iraq War,
with the Iraq War. Other places as well, exactly. But what these people are trying to do is trying to make out that these particular people in Gaza, okay, that Israel just wants to destroy Palestinians. They want to destroy Palestinians, which is absolutely ridiculous, because all these millions that are living elsewhere, and look how many there still are in Gaza now. There still are so many. If Israel wanted to commit genocide, it wouldn't have taken very long. They certainly wouldn't have wasted the time and effort on messing about with what they're doing now for a year and a half. If it was genocide, there's no genocide, no apartheid. It's all nonsense.
But given that the majority of people that were in Jordan and in Syria, and what was the other country you mentioned? Because I mentioned Kuwait.
Okay, speaking for Kuwait, Jordan, Egypt.
Yeah. Jordan. So I can understand the Egyptian Palestinians going into Gaza, but the Jordan Palestinians they were kicked out relating to Black September and to do with Yasser Arafat and the PLO.
But they're criticising Israel now.
But wouldn't they have gone to the West Bank rather than Gaza? See, I can't comprehend how a population grows in 80 years from 80,000 to 2.2 million. There's something going on there.
Well, there's migration. There's more than
massive migration. Absolutely massive.
And also another thing, this has come from a very reputable source. In fact, a number of reputable sources that the occupation isn't an occupation because of the Oslo Accords. Right? People were supposed to live in peace in that land. It's disputed land. Are you with me? Which people were supposed to live in peace with, which would have happened if it hadn't been for the Palestinian side and the Palestinian authority, people in authority, causing
causing mayhem. Do you see?
Exactly.
So Israel is not occupying, they're entitled to be there. And of course the Gazans are as well, but the Oslo Accord was that people should behave themselves, and unfortunately the Gazans didn't.
And this is the other reason why these countries
Sorry
will not
if I sound
allow.
emphatic, but it's
These are the other reasons why these countries will not allow Gazans,
No, they don't want them.
Palestinians, in, because they know that they will try to overthrow them. They know they will cause trouble.
Can I just say?
They know they will revolt.
I totally get that. So I totally get that. But why are those countries criticising Israel?
Because
Who has to deal with it all?
it suits them to not have anything aimed at them.
I'm not naive. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I know you're not saying I'm naive.
Did I say you were naive?
No, I never said.
I might have thought it.
I never said you thought I was naive. No. I'm just saying it's ridiculous because, right? It's it's like kicking people out and then blaming and then in this case blaming Israel, who has to deal with the ones you've kicked out. This is illogical.
And all of the Arabs, stroke Palestinians that live in Israel, they don't want to go anywhere else. They're very happy. They have rights and freedoms.
Who live where in Israel, of course.
Yes,
and all this thing, absolutely. And at the beginning, all this, we're not going to take them out of their land, it's their land. Rubbish. You don't want them because of the trouble they were causing you.
Yep, exactly.
Now listen, do you know the thing that irritates me and aggravates me more than anything is not so much an opinion, right? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But when people start talking in an illogical, ridiculous, stupid way, that irritates me.
And the other
because
thing
we're
that they
expected to believe they're right, which is nonsense.
The other thing that
Everyone's
they do
entitled
is
to an opinion.
they gish gallop and they just come out with stuff without pausing. They don't even take a breath. It's next point, next point, next point, and you don't get the chance to actually sit down and discuss with them what they are actually saying.
Well, there's some very high up presenters. You'll see them, Mehdi, Hassan,
yeah.
and another one from the Young Turks. They both do that.
Exactly.
They gloss over, because they just want you to. Because for them, it's all the intonation of what they're saying rather than what they're saying.
Yep. Doesn't give you a chance to actually fact check or question them about it. Right, thank you very much, Hayden.
That's okay, that'll be 30 quid. I'm not free, you know.
And on that bombshell, that'll do. That will do.
Like, the slowest police chase ever, 20 mile an hour police chase. Getting boxed in on that team back.
We can sing the last bit, ready? Here we go. God save our Queen.
King.
And now King.
The old one.
Guys, it's been wonderful. You've been fabulous. You've been huge. You've been huge.